Parents and school leaders upset tonight over a decision by state officials to not release information about COVID cases in schools. We have team coverage for you. News 4's Alexandria Adams spoke with one of those parents. We're going to hear from her in a moment. But first, News 4's Shelby Stephens pressed the governor today about parents' frustration with the state's lack of transparency when it comes to COVID-19 cases in schools.
Governor Lee says the state is trying to be as transparent as possible, but they're also not going to break federal law. This after parent group Propel Nashville expressed their irritation with the governor. They want him to publicly release COVID-19 case numbers in specific schools. Governor Lee says this would be against HIPAA and FERPA regulations, so he's working with the Attorney General's office to see if they can work around these laws.
We want to be as transparent as possible. There's no reason not to be transparent other than to protect privacy, and that's the balance that we're trying to find. And and because there are federal guidelines, there's federal funding attached with staying within those guidelines. We want to be very clear that we don't threaten federal funding by going beyond what's allowable. So that's why we're working to try and determine what the next steps are.
There were a lot of other topics talked about in this press conference. Now, one of them is about cybersecurity and children. The TBI director says that he wants to make sure parents are monitoring every tablet, phone, computer that kids are using during this COVID-19 era. And he asked that if any unusual activity pops up, that parents contact the TBI. Shelby Stephens, News 4 Nashville.